Welcome to Susan's Garden. One of my favorite flowers we're going to do right now is the orchids. I grow orchids, and so these are my passion because of their unique color and detail. In fact, this is one, even though I'm going to show you the flower cut out on a peach-colored cardstock, which is one of the varieties that it comes in, I actually did the sample here in a cream-colored cardstock that I colored with Copic markers and added the shading with a little bit of pan pastels because it has such detail to it that you might want to take the extra step. But I'll show you how you can get a pretty good result with a colored cardstock. The dies all come in the package, the seed package. You'll have 6 petals, and yes, this is called a petal, even though it looks larger. There's 3 and then 3 that are alike, and then you have your leaves and your calyx that the petals set on. If we want to get started, I'm going to take the petals, and here's the 3 different ones that you have in your set, just to show you some of the coloring you can get off of the colored cardstock. I'm going to add a little bit of a deeper orange with the pan pastels and shade it up a little bit to give it some definition, and I'll do that on all of these. And then once you've colored them, the nice thing about the pan pastels is that you can see the freckles that I've added to to several of the petals. You can obtain that by using the Copic marker and just lightly dab some freckles right over top. It doesn't bleed through the pan pastels, and you get a nice distinct color. Now I'm going to do that on all of my pieces. Using the large loop end of your loop tool, we're going to start by shaping. And I am just dragging the loop tool down the petal on each one. Now the larger petal that you see that goes in the center, it has a little bit of a trick to it. I not only will do the side that you're seeing right here, the larger portion of that petal, but I'm also going to, this will actually bend down. So I'm going to flip it over a bit and do the top part with the side down, because what happens is it'll come forward. You're going to take your tweezers and actually roll those towards the center. And I'm going to do that on either side like this. You get a nice tight roll and hold it there. And while I'm holding this piece, you might want to take and pinch your end, and then you can go around the edge of the petal, bending it down and adding some shape to it. Now I have one here that I've done already set. It's got the throat coming down and curled in, and I've added some definition. On the other petals, let's take and add, if you can see on this one here, you can see a definition line down the center. I wouldn't necessarily call it a stem line, but just for the purposes, we'll call it a stem line. We're going to place it onto our leaf pad, and using the leaf tool, let's drag the tool across. I'm going to bend it up a little bit, and I want to define it a little bit more with some color. Let's add a little bit of the red and maybe a little bit of the orange just to accentuate it. And then I'm going to pinch it, and then I'm going to bend down on it. Now I've gone ahead and added 2 petals onto my calyx. That calyx looks like a 5-pointed star. You're going to place it on your molding mat, and if you use that medium ball stylus, just press it down on the calyx, and you can stir it a little bit, and you'll see that it'll cup up for you. I'm going to place it onto my nonstick pad. Let's do the one that I've already started here. And I've added the leaves. I'm going to drag that 3rd leaf through, and it gets set in place just at the base there. Now the other 2 petals that we have are those larger ones that I did here, and I'm going to pinch that one up and bend down on it. And after I've got the two on either side there, then I'm going to add the second one. Well, you can see the two there and there. I'm going to add the second one into there, like that. So you've got 6 petals. Well, there's 5 petals on there now. This is a petal, and I'm going to add some glue to the end. And it goes, well, let's place this right back on the non-stick pad because I don't want to get any glue on that. If you add that right into the center, you've created your flower, as I've done here. Now once it dries, you can add more definition. Take your tweezers and you can certainly pick up on it and pull it up, but let it dry in place first. Now let's talk about the leaves. They're done pretty much the same way. There is a stem line running down the center, and I have placed that leaf on the leaf pad, and using the leaf tool, I've drawn a line straight down the wrong side. I've bent it, and I've added some definition with the green. Whoops, that's the red. With the green tool. Now it doesn't have vein lines, but it certainly does have some characteristic lines that come on either side. So if you place them onto your mat, and then just to either side of your stem line, add some more character lines. It just gives a little bit more definition to your leaf and makes them even more realistic. I'm going to pinch the end, and I'm going to bend down on the tip a little bit just to add that definition. And then when I glide it through the glue, I can take and put it on my project and add a leaf or 2 or 3 under your project. And you've got a beautiful orchid that you're proud to display on any cherished piece.